to the TokyoBill Weekly Update, an end-of-week news brief on what's going on in and around Japan. Today is June 28, 2025. Police targeted dozens of illegally modified cars at Yokohama's Daikoku parking area on Saturday, a popular spot for street racers. The area attracts crowds of customized vehicles on weekend nights and has become a major attraction for car enthusiasts visiting from overseas. Authorities have long been dealing with nuisance behaviors like engine revving and drifting, and announced they would be cracking down this month. During inspections, officials checked if suspect vehicles exceeded legal limits for exhaust noise, vehicle height, and other illegal modifications. 43 vehicles were found to be illegally modified during the sting. A 46-year-old Russian national was arrested on the JR Yamanote line in Tokyo for attempting theft while under police observation. Vitaly Shemshkevich visited Japan about 20 times since 2023, with pickpocketing incidents following his visits. He has been linked to at least 14 thefts, using crowded trains to commit crimes. His case highlights a rise in commuter thefts, as Tokyo reported 127 incidents in early 2024, a 60% increase from the previous year. The return of crowded public spaces post-COVID has made it easier for thieves to operate, especially as commuters feel safe in the country. This, however, leads to negligence regarding personal belongings. Japan intends to organize a coalition to establish rules for space debris removal, aiming to ensure the security of outer space and expand the space business market. With a private Japanese firm already pioneering space debris capture tech, the government plans to discuss legal issues with UN members in Vienna this week related to the removal of space debris generated by other countries. The government expects the United Kingdom and New Zealand, as well as developing countries seeking to enter the space business, to be founder members of the group. Japan aims to establish international rules as soon as possible, as space debris removal technology could potentially interfere with other countries' satellites. Kawasaki engineers, inspired by the idea of adding legs to an all-terrain vehicle, have created a new rideable robot which combines features of a horse, mountain lion, and motorcycle. The Corleo was revealed at Expo 2025 Osaka and is powered by a hydrogen engine. The design includes legs that move independently with rubber hooves for stability on various surfaces. It also features a hydrogen engine, weight-shifting steering, and a GPS navigation screen to improve the riding experience and connect the rider to the machine. A concept video shows Corleo riders moving over various terrains, but it's not expected to become a reality for some years yet. August 31st, 2022 was a sad day for pie fans in Japan, as Anna Miller's last restaurant in Takanawa closed. The American-style pie and coffee restaurant started in Hawaii and opened in Japan in 1973, growing to 25 locations in Tokyo before branch closures led to the one final holdout in Takanawa. After shutting down due to real estate development, it survived as an online bakery with the occasional pop-up event. However, a new permanent Anna Miller's restaurant will open in Minami Aoyama by the end of the year, close to their original location. This new branch will have a takeout counter and seating for about 30 customers, with servers wearing their iconic uniforms. Japan shipping companies Nippon Yusen and Mitsui O.S.K. have instructed their vessels to lessen their time in the Persian Gulf as they continue to transit the Strait of Hormuz following U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities. The shipping companies are closely monitoring the ongoing tensions, sharing updates with ships operating in the region. Mitsui O.S.K.'s Safety Operations Center in Tokyo reports they've ramped up 24-hour surveillance, advising vessels to exercise maximum caution and providing them with the latest information. Iran's Supreme National Security Council frequently threatens to close the Strait of Hormuz, through which flows about 20% of global oil and gas demand, to ward off Western pressure. Lawson opened a new convenience store in Takanawa Gateway City, Tokyo, on Monday, using AI and other technology designed to improve customer experience and address labor issues. The store analyzes customer behavior and makes personalized product recommendations, with robots assisting in food prep and shelf stocking. In September last year, Lawson's parent company, Mitsubishi, split their ownership with telecom giant KDDI, allowing Lawson to make use of KDDI technology to boost shopping efficiency. Featuring AI cameras and touchscreen displays, Lawson aims to cut employee workloads by 30% by fiscal 2030. A second next-generation store will open inside KDDI's new headquarters from July, and the two stores will serve as a testbed for future Lawson stores. Police in Tokyo have arrested a 26-year-old Nepalese man for allegedly defrauding an elderly woman by pretending to be baseball star Shohei Ohtani and his agent. Nyure Suman Kumar contacted the woman through social media last November and posed as Ohtani, claiming he needed help paying his insurance premiums. He met her in person, posing as Ohtani's agent, and she gave him 1 million yen, about $7,000. When she wanted to speak to Ohtani, he claimed the player was unavailable, arousing her suspicion. Kumar reportedly transferred most of the money to his father's bank account, who has also been arrested. Japan's Transport Ministry has revoked Japan Post's permit to operate around 2,500 delivery vehicles due to the company's failure to properly conduct required roll calls for delivery staff. These roll calls include health and alcohol checks. An internal Japan Post survey found that 75% of post offices mismanaged these checks, whereas the ministry discovered issues like falsifying records. Japan Post President Tetsuya Senda was informed by letter on Wednesday that the vehicles could not be used for deliveries for 5 years, to which Senda promised to put in serious efforts to avoid future issues. The ministry also ordered a review of the safety of over 30,000 delivery mini-vehicles that Japan Post operates. A 34-year-old British Army veteran who lost both legs and his left hand in Afghanistan became the first triple amputee to sail solo across the Pacific. Craig Wood completed a 90-day journey, sailing approximately 13,000 kilometers from Mexico to Hiroshima Port in Japan in a custom aluminum catamaran. Wood hopes his achievement inspires others with disabilities, stating there are no limits to what they can accomplish. He plans to visit the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum and expressed his sympathy for the victims of the atomic bombing, saying he wishes to pray for them. On Thursday, Japan's Children and Families Agency held a preparatory committee meeting to introduce a system for checking sex crime records for those working with children. Officials confirmed that budget requests for this system will be made for fiscal 2026. Minister Junko Mihara emphasized the government's commitment to addressing child sex crimes after an incident hit the headlines this week involving school teachers sharing inappropriate images of students. The new law is set to take effect on December 25, 2026, and the committee will ensure cooperation among government bodies to inform the public about this system. Progress updates are expected in their second meeting, scheduled for this autumn. Japan is seeing a rise in right-wing populist parties, particularly the Conservative Party of Japan, or CPJ, which is gaining traction due to its controversial views on immigration and its stance on foreign workers. The party gained 3 seats in the last election, despite being new. Support for the CPJ comes from dissatisfaction with the incumbent Liberal Democratic Party, LDP, particularly following the downfall of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's faction. However, some analysts argue that their support is limited and not as significant as perceived, as these parties struggle to expand their voter base and are framing foreigners as threats to attract support. Corruption scandals involving the LDP and the growing influx of foreign workers in Japan are contributing to this trend. Japan's National Police Agency, NPA, is working to address thefts of metal items, a result in a steep rise in copper and aluminum prices. In 2024, thefts of electric wiring rose significantly, with over 11,000 cases reported. Outdoor air conditioning units and sewer grates also saw multifold increases in thefts. To curb this, the NPA will expand existing ID requirements for sales of secondhand goods, requiring scrap metal dealers to verify sellers' identities for items like electric cables and air conditioning units starting October 1st. Regulations will also be placed on purchases of large-sized cable and bolt cutters. And in today's final story, coming to an end this weekend, Godzilla the Art Exhibition, which has been on since late April. The most famous kaiju monster is celebrating its 70th anniversary this year with this art exhibit at the Mori Art Center in Roppongi Hills. It features 29 artists, including Yoko Tadanori and Sachiko Kazama, showcasing their unique takes on the famous monster through various art forms like paintings, sculptures, and photography. A special diorama will also be featured, created by Toho Visual Arts. Standard tickets are priced at 2,500 yen, with exclusive merchandise including a collectible Godzilla figure priced at 49,500 yen, available at the exhibit. Last chance. That brings us to the end of news items for the week ending June 28th. You can support my work by visiting my website, theTokyoBill.com. I've been, and remain, Tokyo Bill. Thank you for listening, and take care.